pretty.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to start talking because I'm watching the time, we can't miss the last cable car down. Just as Beit Sha'an had a bathhouse, every Roman and everybody who loved Roman culture loved the bathhouse. I told you that this was like the local, what would it be today? The wine bar? I don't know, the coffee shop? The sushi bar? I don't know where people meet. Anyway, in those days they met in the bathhouse. And just like at Beit Sha'an, there was an outdoor courtyard here behind us where you did gymnastics and showed off your muscles. And then in here you would take off your clothes. There's a cold dip, which we'll see, a deep cold dip. The tepidarium, that's a warm room, tepid. And then you go into the pièce de résistance, the best room of all, the hot room where you sweated it off. You remember we saw in Beit Sha'an, those of us, the double floor. Do you remember the hot air, the ovens outside? Hot air came in under the double floor, heated the walls and the floor. You threw water on it to get steam, and then you sweated it out. And then a slave would massage you with oil, and you'd come out shining new. By the way, as we pass by, there's a mikveh, a religious purification bath. Ooh. When the zealots came up here, at the end of the Jewish revolt, they built their own buildings here. Okay, they used what was here, but they weren't interested in the luxurious bathhouse. They needed a ritual bath for purity before prayer.
Hang on to that, Tina, because Tim isn't going to run up this hill.
Okay, this is the wrong way you took your clothes
Yeah,
off.
now we run so many cars.
Excuse me. I've got this thing so I can't see very well. This is the room where you take off your clothes before entering the bath.
Warm room. By the way, that bench there has been made by the zealots. Can you see? They just used pieces of the columns just to make a rough bench. Because they weren't interested in having a very beautiful room for changing clothes in, but they needed a room to live in. So they made a rough bench. This is a real archway. You see, it's below the line. The line is there.
This is the cold room.
This archway is authentic. That's what you said in the film. It's all right for
This is the warm room, tepid.
We're about the right
Tempura,
side.
or I don't know what it's called. Yeah. Yeah, I saw it. I got that all on video. Go ahead. Yeah, I got that.
It's called a high view. Yeah. Come into the nice hot steamy room. Hello? Shalom? Hello? This was the hot bath? Yeah. Hello?
This is the steamy sauna room.
Hello? We're now in the nice hot steamy hypercourse. This is the best room in the whole building. This had full of steam. What happened was in the hole there was a fire, a furnace behind there burning wood, and the hot air came under the floor, and this was a double floor. The little columns support the floor. We're just above floor level, so the floor was very hot. The walls were hot. Can you see the hot air went up through those chimneys and those pipes in the wall? Everything was hot. So if you threw water on it, you get steam, right? And it's curved. You can see. Otherwise, you'd have like rain dropping on you. The water would flow down stream down the sides, and there would be a little pool under the archway there. And there was a pool here where I'm standing. This doorway didn't exist. And this is where you were pampered, ladies and gentlemen, where you had the oils rubbed on you, and a slave would use a strigil. Some of us saw that in Beit Sha'an, a scraper, scrape off the dead cells, do your nails. We saw an ear scoop. Do you remember some of us who saw that in Beit Sha'an? Scoop out your whatever you had in your ears you didn't want, and you came out new. Okay. whatever you have to